said, I got good news and I got bad news. I said, what's the good news? He said, the good news is you made a lot. I said, what's the bad news? The bad news is you spent more. Okay. Look, sometimes you need the faith. Sometimes you need to know your worth. Sometimes you need
I think I'm just eating chicken tonight. I ain't gonna make no rice. I'm not in the mood.
You can't negotiate with Drake. You gonna have to pay for wait. Jugging on the main stage. The mainframe. Loosen up your face.
Bro, you know why you know why the only reason it's easy to shoot in my career than it is in the park?
This shit's on pro.
You know, your frame rate don't fucking drop. You have a consistent frame rate in careers, so it's a lot easier to shoot. And then in the park and shit, when the frame rate be fucking dropping. Like, you got a constant frame rate, so you know where it's gonna be. You know where it's gonna be at. In the park, sometimes that bitch just comes out slower, sometimes it comes out faster. Like, it's just not a consistent frame rate. That's the issue.
Not the ones that just show up and don't put nothing in. You know the ones that lend their hand and want to see you win. When you come up on that lick, make sure you cut them in. And then, sometimes you need a fool. Oh. Men gon' lie, women gon' lie. You're looking for the truth and the numbers don't hide. Looking for the root of all evil, then you need to go open up the briefcase, see with your eyes. Everybody claim to be greatest of all times, but they never spend a day in the rain in the front line. No lie. Stop playing on my phone line. Pull up in the space coupe with the roof optional. Wonder why they follow suit. I've been groomed from the womb. Came out of my mama with some running tennis shoes. Faster than the speeding bullet. Nah. Don't play with it. Say, so what you gon' do with it? Stop playing with it.
Let me explain what I did. Can I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I got some rings and a range. Can I kick it? Yeah. Don't ask me a thing. How I got her, how I did it. Yeah. Spend the whole half, had a blast. Can I kick it? Even with a sprain. Pain. Can I kick it? Just to flex, I went and bought a chain. Can I kick it? Things ain't been the same. Things have changed. Can I kick it? People acting different, so I asked. Can I?
Hey, could count on my paw and look at my dogs. Way back then, could claim what you saw, but you weren't with us. The higher the climb, the harder the fall, but how did you get up? I done got rich and went broke, then got rich again, just a little hiccup. I done been bought in this pickup. Remember me being so bummy and being so hungry, I had to eat gristle. Ay, how did the lady go miss? Ay, her she was magic, she mixed. Met her at one of the functions, we caught her the rhythm, she caught up a friend, they kissed and we dipped it, and that's how we kicked it.
Let me explain what I did. Can I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I got some rings.
Damn, bro, come on, 2K. I got my whole badge and niggas still fucking getting reaching fouls.
Can I kick it? Even with a sprain. Can I kick it? Just to flex, I went and bought a chain. Can I kick it? Things ain't been the same. Things have changed. Can I kick it? People acting different, so I asked. Can I? Before I went live, they know what I
I like Jordan's jump shot because it's like a plain, you know what I'm saying?
You trying that shit now?
Ooh, Jordan's jump shot? Nah, I was just thinking about it because I'm like, this jump shot ain't bad that I'm using, but it works good on my guard. But my small forward, nigga, I don't know, bro. It's like they don't want that nigga to shoot consistent, bro. All them damn Hall of Fame badges, and the nigga still misses fucking clean jump shots. Like, this shit don't even make fucking sense to me.
Hey yo, Nike check. I done made about $1 million and I'm only 19. Icy water dripping on a white tee. And shorty got a man, but she wife me. I got checks coming in like a pair of Nikes. If I like it, then you know I'm finna get it. Hit the bag and then I flip it, watch me do it. All them on my wrist going stupid. Tryna put them on, but they never do it. They like, hold up, wait a minute, like don't make sense to really get it. I'm steady getting to the chicken, that tasty finger licking chicken. I mean, I'm getting to the good guap. Keep it racking my sauce. Diamonds cost me a lot. Nike check up all of my socks. Hey yo, Nike check. T-shirt check. Sneakers check. Socks check. Hoodie check. Shorts check. Nike. I done made about $1 million and I'm only 19. Icy water dripping on a white tee. And shorty got a man, but she saying wife me. I got checks coming in like a pair of Nikes. If I like it, then you know I'm finna get it. Get the bag and then I flip it, watch me do it. All them on my wrist go stupid. Tryna put them on, but they never do it. Going up sky high while I'm rocking Air Force. She just wanna ride, shorty bad and gorgeous. She was right, stripes, said it's alright. Then I cut her off, shorty stepped on my off-whites. Okay, now wait. Gotta get the bag and racks every day. Don't tell me to relax, I can't, I'ma say. Got a new Prestos and a J's in the way. Got a new Chris Boss, but it don't take time. Might pull up on a hop if it talks too hot. And you wanna play ball, hit a 3-point shot. Or this my court, got a block on lock. I done made about $1 million and I'm only 19. Icy water dripping on a white tee. And shorty got a man, but she saying wife me. I got checks coming in like a pair of Nikes. If I like it, then you know I'm finna get it. Hit the bag and then I flip it, watch me do it. All them on my wrist going stupid. Tryna put them on, but they never do it. They're like, hold up, wait a minute, like don't make sense to really get it. I'm steady getting to the chicken, that tasty finger licking chicken. I mean, I'm getting to the good guap. Keep it racking my socks. Diamonds cost me a lot. Nike check up all of my socks. Hey yo, Nike check.
Yeah, I use a dub, I'ma win, I won't lose with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. I turn the knob, can't resist, I'm incredible. Yeah, came for the dollars, call it vegetable. Then I did the dash, can I catch me, bro? Ooh, then I did the dash, can I catch me, whoa? Your whole team is no competition. Boy, I did it by myself, it's a solo mission. Running up the charts, I'm a fool, dog. Turn the whole field to a schoolyard. Bunch of students ain't eating around here. I'm the GOAT, little man, and I made it loud and clear. Put the gas on them like I'm with the Cavalier.
I still wish they had kept the quick draw badge. Cause I don't know, cause the speeds, the quick draw badge, the speed wasn't even that fast. You know what I'm saying?
So what?
I said the speed wasn't that bad.
That shit, it saved you a badge though. Like fucking, you just gotta look at it. Fucking Hall of Fame quick draw, just like max speed.
Yeah, that is true, but
Stars born, I've been ready for this.
hey, but using quick draw used to give you a boost though. Now they took the shit out.
Now what's left on them? Told you I'm a flex on them. I did it all subtle, ooh, and then I hit that exit on them. Gotta blame my face, these eyes ain't got nothing on them. I secured the safe.
No, you used to have a nice ass jump shot. Chauncey Billups.
I think they got the shot in the game.
You said what? He should. He had a smooth ass jump shot. Ain't nobody could tell me shit. That nigga had a smooth fucking jump shot. I'm gonna see what jump. I'm gonna see because Chauncey Bay did have a release in this game at one point. So I'm gonna check.
on, bro. When I hit that. Send this switch. Oh, it's Colts. We got an indoor game at least. I've been getting to it, I ain't noticed y'all was hating. Brand new chick, she don't know the occupation. I just wanna know that I can hold a conversation. Ooh, I don't know what y'all debating. I've been waiting for you, now I'm running out of patience. Running up a check, trying to run an operation. Went broke in the check and put 100 out of savings. I can tell now that you ain't talking about nothing.
I want to check Luka Doncic's jump shot too.
I'm gonna pull it with the nah, his shit be smooth.
You said it should be missing?
No, I said it should be smooth.
Yeah, he got a nice little jump. He got a nice little jumper. Cause see, if 2K actually acted like, you know what I'm saying, like, you know, okay, this person have a good jump, so these jumpers actually gonna work. That would make the game so much more easier to find a jump shot. You know what I'm saying? Instead of being like, oh, well, let me go look at 2K11 so I can find out the fucking base. But these niggas want to charge niggas to find out this type of shit. And I'm not finna fucking pay for it. I'm not finna pay for that shit. Just for you to tell me a fucking base? You don't even tell me the whole jump, you tell me a base.
That's all you need, just the base, that's why. The base determines the green when doing shit. The fucking releases all like fucking for looks.
That's fucking stupid that a base determines your jump shot. And not the not the jumper itself. Because like Klay Thompson jump shot should be killer. And we watch Klay Thompson fuck people up. But then we also watch him have bad games, but it happens, you know what I'm saying? I mean, Curry's jump shot was good last year, but I don't know what happened. They decided there shouldn't be a good jump shot no more. I'm gonna check Chauncey Billups, and I'm gonna check fucking Luka Doncic's jump shot. I'm hoping the Luka Doncic jump shot is a good jump shot because I actually kind of like it the way it looks.
They run it for the first time with Tony Pollard. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Gotta come off the headphones for a second.
They'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6.
So what?
So I gotta come off the headphones for a second. Nigga gotta focus.
Are you losing?
No, it never started.
Finally brought down right at the midfield stripe. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads. In college, if you're going to throw the football off a triple option, you've actually called that play.
At their 48-yard line. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Henry Ruggs, 52 yards. And the Ravens have taken the early lead. They talked about stringing together some explosive plays here in the playoffs. That was a pretty explosive play.
It certainly was. And if you're going to win on the road, it certainly helps to have big playability in your hip pocket, doesn't it?
Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
25-yard line.
Eason and the Colts now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. First carry now for the former Badger, Jonathan Taylor. And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31.
Clark on the tackle.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
And 4 at the 31.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. From the gun, it's Taylor. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
Sometimes in the run game, you can make the argument that quickness beats size. And how about the example right here?
On 3rd down, Eason. That's into the hands of the tight end, Boyle. He'll be knocked down hard, but he will have the 1st down. Give him 22 there on the 3rd down conversion.
I know at the end of games, coaches always tell us that no one play won or lost a game. But this seems pretty important early, doesn't it? Their ability to pick up that 1st down on 3rd down, I thought that was key.
Well, you're already in the hole after the touchdown on the other side. How will you respond? We talk about that a lot, and they responded pretty well there. You go 3 and out, I think you give up a lot of momentum. You get down 2 scores, could be an entirely different game.
So they've got a nice drive going now. They're in good shape. What's interesting to me is they're also in that spot of the field where you would take a shot. Do you change that up just because you're down a touchdown?
2nd and 11 now. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. They'll set up the screen to Taylor. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
He'll get this complete to Jalen Reagor. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
2nd down, here's Eason. He's going to find his tight end, Boyle. And he's taken down reaching the 10-yard line. It's a gain of 22 as we tick towards 2:22 on the clock. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. On 1st down, Jacob Eason. Eason gets hit, and the ball pops free. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Every week we hear talk about create turnovers. In particular, they wanted to force some fumbles. They got one right there.
And it shows you how the game has changed over time. It used to be good enough for a guy to get a sack of the quarterback in the pocket. Now, if you come to the sidelines and you didn't knock the ball free, your coaches are upset with you. All right? So if you're a quarterback, it starts all the way back in the youth leagues. Take care of the ball, take care of the ball, take care of the ball, because here come the defenders.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll look to throw. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Henry Ruggs. 88 yards. And the Ravens are able to show off their quick strike ability.
For the extra point.
They've got to be thrilled on the road right now. Touchdown, turnover, touchdown, and quickly trying to make it 14-0.
Yeah, and mentioned it already. On the road, to be able to go into someone else's house and establish a start like that, obviously your confidence rises in a big way, and you're putting some doubt in their minds.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling in under pressure, and they got to him again.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. From the gun is Issa. He'll fire it deep for Rager. This is caught at the 20. And he'll take this into the end zone. Here we do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty. No question there.
You don't think they spent a couple of seconds mulling over what the penalty
I don't
would do?
even know why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
PAT up and good by Rosas. And that'll make our score 14-7. Taken about 7 yards deep. And this will come out to the 25 as Jones elects for the touchback.
25-yard line.
Offense set at the line for this next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
And now the throw going to Fuller, and he's got it. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
On the play. First down, Ravens.
Through one quarter, 14-7, our score.
With the score, Ravens 14, Colts 7.
They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down.
It's a gain of 10.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Here's Pollard. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. The Colts D sticking to their assignments, and that brings up 4th.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. 17. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
18-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide.
He's got the lane, and there he goes. 30, 10, touchdown, Indianapolis. Harris Campbell, 82 yards. And the Colts strike quickly here for 6 points.
Partner, you know what the real key is to stopping a good passing attack?
You tell me.
Being able to tackle as soon as a guy catches the football.
Didn't work out there.
No, because when you give up the big run after catch, the rack yardage, that puts your defense in a big-time stressful position.
A lot of rack yardage and a touchdown there on the big play. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Reception here by Ruggs. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Henry Ruggs saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Ravens are able to show off their quick strike ability. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Makes the score Ravens 24, Colts 14.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. From the 10. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's
into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked by Emmanuel Mosley. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
On first down, and down inside the 15, shy of the 10. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it.
They'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Taking it in from 11 yards out, and the Ravens will extend their lead. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of a season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
Take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They've got to be a little shell-shocked. Down double digits at home in the playoffs. Still in the first half. They've got to turn things around quickly. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He'll fire it deep for Rager. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. Jalen Rager was the intended receiver. And now it's second down. They give to Taylor out of the gun. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Taylor, the ball carrier.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
To throw on third down. Eason. Escaping the pressure right. He may try and run for this. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th.
I liked his effort there. He got it done on his own. But let's face it, he puts defenses in a really stressful spot when he takes off and runs because a lot of guys have coverage responsibilities.
Good job of rallying, though, because I thought when he first took off, he might pick up the first down. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They're going to try and throw. Flushed out right. He can run for it, and he will. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape.
For the play is a turnover on down.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll run with Pollard. And a short gain down to about the 33.
Pollard, the ball carrier.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going. And then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
A tackle made by Bobby.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. They weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, and they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back. But that's one step in the proper direction.
No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
Taken about 7 yards deep. And tackled at the Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. And last time, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. See if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go around.
Sometimes
and now this is intercepted. My goodness. Tyus Bowser with a pick. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
Yo.
Second interception for him now here in this first half. You got to think he's a rookie, Charles.
Ass,
how much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates going to check on it because when you haven't done it before,
you shouldn't have wanted to smoke a blunt for the game.
Part of you got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen.
Tackled back at the 41-yard line.
2nd and 15.
All right, Luka Doncic ain't bad.
It's a loss of 11.
His bases are set shot.
The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
What you mean? True. He manned up on 1, I think.
They'll try the option right here on 3rd down. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. On is the punter Cook, who sends it away. Fair catch called. It's taken in right at the 20-yard line. Well, pretty woeful there. Just 23 yards on the punt. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive.
Go get this nigga.
And incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Left blitz.
Throwing again. Eason. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Eason going to throw it out of the shotgun. That is incomplete.
There's been a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts.
Yo, when he went for it on that 4th and 1, was he allowed to?
To punt on 4th down, here's Rigoberto Sanchez. Cyrus Jones back to return for the Ravens. Returnable here from the 38. A 40-yard punt, no return. And the Ravens, they'll take over.
1st and 10 at their own 38-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
That's why I settled
and they're coming
with
off
the
a 3-and-out
Doncic jump shot. Let me try to Porzingis.
Look at that play sheet.
Come on, let's go, nigga. This shit had to hit from eventually. Damn.
And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Tony Pollard with his second touchdown here in this first half as the Ravens push further out in front.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there, unable to do so. That makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is taken just shy of the 10. A lane opens here. He's past the 30. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line.
At their own 35-yard line.
Single's got a nice little shot,
The
too.
Indy
But
offense at the line and set to go. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. So it's not running a draw, running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops.
This nigga base is a Brook Lopez and fucking releases Carmelo.
And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
They'll throw on first down with Eason. That's complete to Jonathan Taylor out of the backfield. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
Out of bounds at the 38-yard line. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Field goal.
So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And this is off the left upright. And it comes back. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So distance not the issue there. He had plenty of leg to get it there. It's that darn upright getting in the way.
Always gets in the way of a good time, doesn't it? Because he hit it square, too. Sometimes you can bank one in if you get it on the end of the football. No such luck there for him.
So it's on to halftime of this AFC divisional round matchup. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Win or go home, that's the name of the game. And we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round. Taken in the end zone.
You got to try this percentage jump shot.
And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Zingard, bro, you need to try this shit out. You might actually like this shit.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their
next drive. Like, cause it's not a high jump, you know what I'm saying?
Missed field goal.
Always hurts a team because
it's really not a high jump. It, like, mainly just pay attention to his feet.
And the ball doesn't go through the post. It's not something you panic about, I don't believe. Just keep playing and keep going.
From the 34 now,
I got to
first and
put
10.
it. Yeah, I'm gonna try that shit out. I'm gonna keep the percentages. I have to put on my 3 level though, because he ain't got it. My shot creator is one. I tried the Gilbert Arenas too. I made the Gilbert Arenas jump shot. Let's try it out. That shit was. Because it's Kobe release, and I don't know, they broke Kobe's release, bro. They have that shit.
Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust?
It was like base 11.
But what you're hoping is that you figure out,
base 11,
and
base 11 Kobe
maybe
release.
there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. You know, the biggest ones, maybe you bring your running back in.
Yeah, jump shot 11,
but
Kobe
in that
release.
case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
Porzingis. And it's set shot 19 and release 92.
The play clock, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2
hey,
Brook Lopez and Carmelo
here in this
Porzingis is actually kicking.
Can I?
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second
Rigger,
down.
this nigga's
From from the gun. Eason.
Who's that? Is Rigger this nigga's #1 receiver?
Yeah, we talk about players blitzing all the time.
I think one of his receivers
Sometimes
is
called just straight ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. Right sideline. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable. That's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
I'm going to call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
At their own 42-yard line.
Where were you? All the dogs need help.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
How about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Gonna run again here with Pollard. Pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
The ball carrier.
You know how we get focused at end of the half and into the game situations about how much time's on the board and, you know, what you need to do? Sometimes you don't even have to worry about that. That's just smart football. You know, that kind of a lead, staying in bounds, it burns clock, even in a situation that we're not really focused on it.
Him in stride. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup.
No, you can't. You ain't heard nobody talking. You just heard me.
1st down.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
The throw here to Andrews, the tight end. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards, and it'll be 2nd and very short.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends are creating so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down. Complete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. He gets it to Brown. Complete. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Tony Pollard saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Ravens continue to pour it on. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency. Move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
It's 3rd down and 6.
Operating from the gun, Eason. That will be incomplete. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays, I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about our on-air commentary here. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play. Well, the offense failed earlier on the previous crack at this, but they're going again on 4th down. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Open man is Taylor. He's got it. Points him at the 40.
There you go. A touchdown.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown. Indianapolis. 71 yards. And the Colts are able to draw a bit closer. Well, after their wild card round game last week, you and I said, well, they played pretty well. Maybe they got a shot at keeping this one close. They've done more than keep this one close.
Yeah, they've made quite a statement, haven't they? And I don't know if it was the week off that hurt this defense, but they've been flat from the get-go. And that's always a coach's fear. Okay, you earn the open week, but you wonder how they'll respond with that extra time off.
And it seems like they've been running uphill all game. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Now Pollard. Well, he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
Blocks them back in the holes and shit later than a motherfucker.
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he's got the hook up to Ruggs. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A very solid gain of 27. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate
jumping on
talk
Kenny
about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. This will be caught at about the 5. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. From 13 yards out, and the Ravens add on. CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments. adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, "Wake up. Let's get moving, guys."
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
You think he might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. Now this throw caught left side. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. They'll get 13 yards for the second play in a row.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
1st and 10, Eason looking deep for Jennings.
What's up, hit? Give me that.
He's going to be intercepted a third time.
That's not
By J.C. Jackson. And it's a big turnover there on the final play of the quarter.
That's crazy. I'm sitting in the house with this
Right
nigga.
to advance to the AFC title game. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. If they can finish this one out, they'll book a date in the AFC title game next Sunday, and it looks good so far as they try to run some clock here in this fourth quarter. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Now, I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this fourth quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building the ball. And I think it was this situation he was in.
The AI glitch off.
Trying to ice and
These niggas are just stepping up on me.
being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away.
I mean, I have it on Hall of Fame, but shit.
Brandon, I got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Eluding the pressure right. He'll let this go deep for Ross.
I thought you had this right there.
Quarterback Charles Ray to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
He was looking that time to get it to Paris Campbell, but it'll be 2nd down. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. To throw again. Eason. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 11 yards there. 1st down. And passing yardage-wise, now up over 350 in this game. Pretty nice performance.
Definitely that, which usually means you're putting a lot of pressure on guys trying to cover. If you're a defensive back and they put over 350 yards on you, you've had a long day. The key to everything, if you're doing it without throwing interceptions or turning the ball over.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Throwing again. Eason. Campbell making the catch. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens 30. That'll put him north of 100 yards receiving now in this divisional round game. And it's a 1st down. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. From the gun. Eason. Catch made here by Campbell. And down inside the 15 he goes. Giving back-to-back catches now. That one for 16 and another 1st down. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Nick Boyle there to make the grab. And the Colts are able to cut into this lead. And the lead drops from 34 to 27.
Makes the score Ravens 55, Colts 28.
Now the Colts will use their 3rd and final timeout. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this 4th quarter. And this one recovered by the hands team for the Ravens. Now they're down big here in the fourth. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going to take another shot here and nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete.
It leads to second.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Trying to get it to Ruggs, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And he will bring us across midfield to the 49-yard line. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking this guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Throwing on 1st down. Eason, throw left side here, complete to Campbell. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. Throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Eason, he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. Harris Campbell, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Colts are able to draw a bit closer. And he knocks it through.
Ravens 55, Colts 35.
So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And this one recovered by the hands team for the Ravens. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 37. Escaping the pressure right. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ballgame.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early and then became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. after 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now.
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield, because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. Incomplete.
Deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Got an open man. That's Campbell. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Harris Campbell saving his best for the playoffs with his third touchdown of the game. And the Colts are able to cut into this lead. Rosas good with the extra point. Down 2 scores, out of timeouts. A must recover if they're going to have any shot. And this one recovered by the hands team for the Ravens. So they touched it before it went 10, and that's obviously not going to help their comeback.
Get a huge lead up there.
They're trying to get something going after one there, but you've got to give yourself a chance. Let it go 10 before you touch it.
55-42.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And for one of the few times here today, this one's not going to go anywhere. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. No gain. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up second and 10. Here's Pollard again.
Let's go.
They'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Tony Pollard, 38 yards. And the Ravens will add on to their lead. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now Tucker to add the PAT. Extra point. And that one pushes the lead up to an even 20.
Makes the score Ravens 62, Colts 42. Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Fielded near the back of the end zone. This to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Colts take over first and 10 at their own.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. It certainly has not been the outing that they envisioned on their home turf in the divisional round of the playoffs, and they have been pushed around, and now their backs against the wall. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Boy, he ran free there after the catch as that winds up going for 38. He's going to let it fly. His pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's Chuck Clark picking it off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
First and 10.
Oh, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game, go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today.
So can win
for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity.
Eddie Costa.
Yo.
Grab your 3 level. Let's get it.
Alright.
First down, and it's Pollard again. And he was out of bounds right around the 34. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down.
Brendan, every great running backs coach I've talked with has always talked about when you have great vision, you're not consciously thinking about your cuts and your moves, you're just doing them. And I think that's what we're seeing tonight. He's about running them into submission.
You took the words right out of my mouth. I was just going to use that phrase. He has run them into submission.
Wave the white flag.
Well, it's actually full video, but shit.
And they have
She must be looking for somebody. She must be pregnant for something.
Now you can start to smell it at this
You know how them
point.
hoes do.
And be mad when niggas all up in our inbox. I mean, shit, you throw nasty, you expect niggas ain't going to be all in the inbox.
So that'll do it for us, for Charles Davis and all our crew.
I'm changing my character now.
You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody.
I have to go grab my VC that I just won.